In this video, I'm going to be going over some creatures that were insanely overpowered when they came out, and some of them are still overpowered in the game to this day, but this will be an interesting list to go over some of the most overpowered creatures. The first one is the Astradelphus. Now, I know this one was a very overpowered one in PvP, because it could fly around extremely fast and had those laser shots, and then it had the tracking laser shots where you could basically like shoot the bulb at them, as well as you could shoot explosives. This was just like a fighter jet that was completely overpowered, and you could basically like take out anything, and you couldn't go around without being killed by one of these things. So they were completely broken when Genesis Part 2 came out. Next is the Manag Armor, and this is one that was very fun to play around with, because basically now when you use the Manag Armor, you can do like a few, like I think 2 or 3 jumps, and then you can do a dash, and then you're pretty much out of stamina instantly, and that's the max amount of dashes you can do. But you used to be able to do unlimited jumps and dashes, and you had a way more stamina, so you could literally travel across the map almost in seconds. I remember when Extinction came out, I would literally just like run around on this thing because it's super fun to go around and just do infinite dashes. But you can't do that anymore, which is really sad for PvE players. I know it's definitely better for PvP because this thing was broken on there because of how much like you could just dash around the entire map and kill everything with the stamina, as well as that like ice beam thing. But on PvP it's kind of sad because now it, like basically it doesn't work as well as a travel mount because it has so low stamina. It can only dash a few times. But yeah, it is really powerful. This next one is another Genesis Part 2 one. You should start noticing a pattern with this list, and it's that Genesis 2 is going to be on here quite a lot. But this is the Shadow Mane. It is one of the most powerful creatures ever added to the game. It's got that ability where you can like stun lock a creature, and it also dismounts riders as well as it just is extremely good in packs, as well as does tons of damage, and it can be used in like boss fights and all stuff. And overall, it's just a really good creature, and was super broken when it came out, and it eventually got nerfed a bunch, but still it is really good. And then we have the Gacha from Extinction. This thing basically just produces like resources from the crystals on its back, and can give you some rare items as well from some of these special ones when you feed it snow pellets. But it used to be way better loot that you could get, and you could get completely overpowered loot and basically just farm all of that from the Gachas super easily if you knew what you were doing, and you could get tons of loot from it, and it was completely broken, which is why it has made it onto this list. And finally, this is one I'd argue that's still completely broken. A lot of these creatures you could probably argue that, but the Strider, the Tech Strider mostly, with the harvesting ability in the front and the saddlebags attached as well, it's completely broken. You can literally just go around and harvest like an infinite amount of any resource you want in the game. It harvests all the resources, and if you have the saddlebag attachment, it reduces the weight on all the resources in there as well. You can also connect it to a tech dedicated storage, and all the resources you get will go straight to that dedicated storage as well, if it wasn't already overpowered enough. And as you can see, just from harvesting for a few seconds, I have about all of these fiber, resource, stone. Obviously, the other thing I was gathering was like stone, and I got all that resources from it. It's completely broken. Still to this day, it is like one of the best creatures for harvesting resources in the game. But those were a few of the most overpowered creatures in Ark's history. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe. Thanks for watching, and bye.